I'm Jake.
And Alex.
Welcome back to the Move Up Reactions channel. We're filming this at a very hot time of the year, hence one of the few times you'll see me wearing shorts on camera. And today, to mark the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, we're going to continue our tradition of reacting to one of the unusual suspects Harry Potter reviews. So we do every time one of them hits 20.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but has time fast forwarded, has accelerated? Because I can't believe that all these movies are 20 years old at this point.
And I can't believe it either. I saw them in theaters when I was like a young kid. And Goblet of Fire, before we start, the book is pretty good. I like it a lot. The movie, I will say, does work as a movie, but it cuts out a lot from the book.
Sure. It's hard to do any justice to these books. Kind of like what they found out at the end of the series, where they had to make 2 movies out of that last book.
Yeah, it's like you can't mess up the ending.
I think this book, though, marks that major turning point in the entire book and movie franchise.
Oh yeah, totally. This is when it gets really fucking dark.
Yeah, and I thought both were well done. Probably some of my favorites.
Again, this is back when the suspect was very early in his YouTube career, so while the movie, I've made this joke before, while the movies had a tendency to cut out a lot of the books, Ross, in his early years, had a tendency to cut out a lot of the film for his reviews, so it may seem a little bumpy at times, but I still feel there's a lot to enjoy. Sure. So, without further ado, let's watch.
Alright, let's get to it.
Welcome viewers to another installment.
Oh, it's so young.
Look at the Harry Potter films.
Look at that hat.
Let's see how this
And that hair.
Yeah.
Taking a look at Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
I look exactly the same as I did 20 years ago, but...
So this movie skips the
Not me.
skips right to Harry, Hermione and the Weasley family heading out to see a Quidditch match. On their way they meet up with Amos Diggory and his son Cedric.
This is Amos Diggory, everyone. Works with Mick at the Ministry. This strapping young lad must be Cedric, am I right?
What was he doing in the tree? I mean, the Panton isn't Edward in this movie. He could have broken his neck doing that. Hopefully Hermione should have a bit of sense and see how unbelievably stupid that was. No, she's fallen for him already. So our group arrives at the Quidditch.
Yeah, that's Edward from Twilight.
And holy freaking shit, this is awesome. Wembley, eat your heart out. I mean, just look at the size of this place. Oh my god, this is going to be the best Quidditch match ever.
It gives me great pleasure
Fucking fudge.
to welcome each and every one of you.
Almost there. Oh my god, this is going to be so awesome. This is going to be the match to end all matches. God himself will prepare to see this. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut for time.
No. There's be some kind of flash forward or something. Come on, go back to the Quidditch match.
Don't worry. It's like a bird the way it rides the wind.
Go back to the Quidditch match.
Yeah.
He's an artist.
Go back to the Quidditch match.
Not gonna happen.
Go back to the Quidditch match, you magic shit. No! How can the filmmakers tease us like that? They show us this awesome setup, the 2 greatest Quidditch players on the planet about to duke it out at a place like that, and they skip the match. Fuck you, So after that big fuck you to the audience, we arrive back at school as Dumbledore announces that trial was a tournament where 3 schools select 1 student to compete in a variety of contests.
Cut out a few things.
Please join me in welcoming the lovely ladies of the Beauxbatons Academy of Magic and their headmistress, Madame Maxime.
That's one big one. I think Seamus has a thing for older women, you know.
Oh.
Quiet entrance.
Like a bee, actually.
Chicken run.
All I need is some lyrics. Snake, 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 Dumbledore, snake,
I don't know what that's from.
snake,
That's an old clip.
Anyway, the Triwizard Champions are eventually selected, with Cedric representing Hogwarts, but Harry is revealed as a fourth champion. This gets everyone wondering what happened, including Ron, who doesn't believe what Harry has to say.
Look, I don't know what happened tonight, and I don't know why. You just did. Piss off.
Did? Just tell Harry to piss off.
Piss off.
Ron can be a dick here and there.
Yeah, Ron's a bit of an ass
Say
here.
that. I mean, did J.K. Rowling ever write, Harry told Ron that he didn't put his name in the Goblet of Fire? Piss off, said Ron. No! Anyway, Rita Skeeter, the Daily Prophet journalist, is skeptical about Harry's
This
story
bitch.
too.
Perhaps my second least
Really
favorite
good for an
character,
interview.
next to Moaning Myrtle.
Mrs. Cozy?
PG-13? Man, this is some heavy stuff.
What's that? What a stint!
Come on, Harry. I mean, you're just letting everybody get the better of you. I mean, here's some ideas for a few comebacks.
What's that?
Yeah, well, so does your mum.
Ah!
Nah, you know it's too near your ass.
Like that.
Yeah, it comes down to the bodily fluid stains on your trousers.
You're gonna last 10 minutes in this tournament.
I'm gonna certainly last longer than you can in bed. Oh, sing! Up next, the first Triwizard task.
You have no business here.
No matter. We've got what we want.
Jeez, how horny is this woman?
Yeah.
The Hungarian horns. These represent 4 very real dragons, each of which has been given a golden egg to protect. Collect the egg.
What's with that Hitler mustache?
Yeah, one. Can I take out a life insurance policy? Or maybe a human rights lawyer? Or maybe the phone number to the mental science so I can commit all of you?
Hogwarts is a human rights lawsuit waiting to happen.
A pure entertainment. Is this the fucking Roman Colosseum? So after Harry Nelly gets killed by a dragon, he manages to
The
grab
damage.
the golden egg to his garden and celebrates in the Gryffindor common room.
Go on, Harry. What's the clue? Who wants me to open it?
Man, they're excited. They're making it like he's going to do something raunchy.
Who wants me to it? You want me to
In our next scene, McGonagall explains the Yule Ball to the students.
The Yule Ball has been a tradition of the Triwizard Tournament.
Weird that the wizards use record players.
Yeah.
You've just been turned into this stupid comic relief character. I mean, remember back in Chamber of Secrets? He was pretty badass.
I'll kill you.
Oh, and now he's running across halls like he's got a splintered broomstick shoved up his ass.
Mr. Weasley,
Yes.
will you join me, please? Place your right hand on my waist.
What? Ron is a thing for McGonagall.
Well, it is Maggie Smith.
Something like that. Like you pick him up at the age of 6 with one hand and put him up in the dresser.
Yeah, that was weird.
About? I mean, does Madame Maxim have a fetish for headlights or something?
And then he dies.
And we're just moving on. I mean, seriously, what the fuck was all that about? Well, I don't have a few fetishes.
But you
We
can't
both
show
have
the critics
fences.
match.
Well, it's not really a ball or like a rock concert for the criminally insane, as everyone rocks out with a song which tries to cram in as many wizard puns as possible. And none of them make any sense. Move your body like
Came back later in the Home Alone 2 review, remember?
the new dance craze, everyone.
Well, showing the dwarf.
Yeah, I don't know if he's
Try
hell.
and imitate that one.
Put your hands up in the air.
Jeez,
not my favorite moment in this movie.
Like they do.
Yeah, it's a bit odd.
Why an ogre? Since when have ogres ever been synonymous with waving their hands about? You know, I just so happen to have some lyrics that were deemed too saucy for the movie. I'm in love, but you make me sick. Why not go suck on a hippogriff's dick?
Oh.
Or it made more sense than dancing like a hippogriff jumping off a cliff. So after Harry manages to get the X message in a scene resembling softcore ghost porn, Harry learns from Neville about gillyweed, which will allow him to breathe for a whole hour underwater. This helps Harry free Ron Clodell sister from the Black Lake. But not to worry about that. Mr. Crouch is found dead.
And then they kind of just move on.
Truly does what is right, and what others think.
Hey, you know what other leader thought he was right, but loads of other people disagree with him? Hitler. Dumbledore is a Nazi.
How do you get into that?
Let's get to the next scene as Dumbledore explains the third triwizard task.
In the maze, you'll find no dragons or creatures of the deep, but be very wary. You could just lose yourselves.
And what obstacles are in the maze? Well, let's see. Twigs, wind, and that's it. What's all this shit about losing yourself? Another thing that gets me is how can the spectators watch? First task, Harry was carefully
That's a good point.
from the spectators.
Yeah, I agree.
Second task, they were underwater. Third task, they're concealed within this maze. What the fuck is the point of a tournament if no one can freaking
Is there like
watch
a wizard TV
Anyway,
screen?
Yeah, maybe.
Reached a couple of stages
Jumbotron.
to get transported to a graveyard. Wormtail shows up with baby Voldemort.
Perhaps
Who
the
feels
best
sorry
scene,
for the lives
one of the
of
best
Dumbledore.
scenes of the entire
Somehow
franchise.
responds to a ball grab themes without a nose. Lucky Wormtail gets a brand spanking new silver hand though.
Yeah, but practice on a hot dog first, otherwise you might rip your dick off.
Reveal what really happened that night 13 years ago.
Yeah, all these Voldemort, Dumbledore already explained in the first movie.
It was love.
Yeah, we know.
Dear sweet Lily Potter gave her life for her only son. She
Can we
provided
move on?
the ultimate protection. I could not touch it. It was old magic. Something I should have foreseen. But no matter. Things change. I could touch it.
Voldemort is getting pleasure of a touching Harry. What more evidence do you need? Well, after wizard pedophilia, Voldemort and Harry duel as their wands interlocked. This causes the spirits of Voldemort's victims to appear as they distract Voldemort whilst Harry gets to the portkey. Cedric has a kind of odd request order to be thought through.
Take my body back, will you? Take my body back to my father.
Oh yeah, just slow Harry down and possibly kill him. Have your mangled corpse in plain sight of about 1,000 school children line up.
Oh, the end.
Well, whilst everyone just ogles at Diggory's dead body, Moody takes Harry to his office and reveals that it was him who helped in the triwizard tasks.
It was you from the beginning. You put my name in the Goblet of Fire.
And he used the triwizard cup as a portkey to get Harry to the graveyard where Voldemort would be waiting for him so he could kill him. Ah, ingenious. Except for the fact that that's the stupidest plan in history! Why go through all that trouble to get Harry to the graveyard? They had to get Harry to touch the triwizard cup in particular. Why didn't Moody just make Harry's wand or his broomstick the portkey?
Yeah.
Why go through all the trouble of having Harry win 3 triwizard tournament events when you probably could have killed him on the first day back at
Well, when
school?
you really think about it.
Well, anyway, it turns out Moody wasn't Moody all along, but rather Barty Crouch Jr., who gets taken away as we skip to Diggory's remembrance ceremony.
We don't see him get the soul sucked out of him.
Cedric Diggory was murdered by Lord Voldemort. The Ministry of Magic does not wish me to tell you this, but not to do so I think would be an insult to his memory.
You know what else would be an insult to his memory? Incorrectly identifying the murderer. It was Wormtail that killed you, all hairy magic fart.
Well,
I put you in terrible danger.
through Voldemort's orders.
You're sorry? This is a first. Putting him up against Voldemort as an 11-year-old with no magical ability, no sweat. Having him face against a giant basilisk 20 times bigger than him, that will literally kill you as soon as we'll look at you. Not worthy of an apology. But facing him against a dragon that can't get shit, having him swim in a pond, and facing scary twigs and bushes, I'm sorry.
Does anyone ever just have quite strong boys?
No.
We won't be able to make money otherwise. There's no Harry Potter book called Harry Potter and the Bloody Boring Story. And with that, our movie ends with quite possibly the longest credit sequence I've ever seen. It lasts nearly 14 minutes. That's nearly twice this freaking review. So, Goblet of Fire, how do you compare to your predecessors? Well, there is a lot wrong with this movie. The jokes mostly fall flat, the pace seems very rushed, and there's a dozen things that don't make any sense. What really would have benefited this movie is if they split it into 2 parts like they've done with Deathly Hallows. We could see the Highland v Bulgarian Quidditch match, not to mention Dobby, and the obstacles that block
Dobby's not in this.
That riddle Sphinx. However, I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy this movie. Brendan Gleeson is fantastic as Mad-Eye Moody. The dark tone seems to fit better here than Prisoner of Azkaban. And props go to the makeup artist for Voldemort. When I heard Voldemort was going to be played by Ralph Fiennes, I was like, that guy from Made in Manhattan? Are you mad? Then I saw it and I was like, holy shit. I think considering how much they had to condense for this movie, they still did a pretty good job. And all they did was make me hungrier to see the next film. Which is going to be my next review, by the way. So join me next time as I take a look at Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Alright.
And again, very quick.
Yes.
His earlier reviews had a thing where they were like 15 minutes or less.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was just a style choice or a limit of whatever website he was on, but I definitely feel like long format is the best suit for him.
He did, yeah, and it led to a lot of important moments in the film getting cut out, I feel like. But
the thing that I think he really should have talked about a little bit more, even though he did praise him at the end, was Mad-Eye Moody, or so he thought.
Yeah.
Because he's a huge part of the story, and yeah, Brendan Gleeson did a great job bringing that character to life.
And I think the scene at the Quidditch match where the Death Eaters attack, I think that's like a quintessential moment where you know that this is going in a dark direction. Like that was a big scene setter for me in this movie.
Yeah, it was a good scene. The book is a little more disturbing, but
yes,
it works both ways. I agree, like if all the stuff to cut out, why the Quidditch match?
I know, that's your bread and butter.
Could have been a big spectacle. I do get why they cut out the stuff with Winky, the other house elf. In the grand scheme, not 100% necessary. Although it would have been nice if they did have Dobby in his brief appearance.
Yeah. The other thing he did not mention was how just the dad mourning Cedric's death at the end. I thought that was also like a very powerful scene.
Yeah, very well
Actual acting, yeah.
Yeah, very intense. Really, again, show that this series was taking a darker turn from the, I guess, PG friendliness. Although the first 2 films had some freaky moments in them.
They could scare littles.
And while I do think it works, like you don't have to have read the book to get the film.
No, that's the whole franchise.
I do think this might be my, even though I do think it works as a film, this might be my second least favorite of the series, just because they chopped out so many things that could have been good.
Okay.
But it's nowhere near as bad as Half-Blood Prince, which we'll get to eventually.
Interminable.
The tone can't, like, I agree with him. The comedy is a little off here and there. Like the stuff with Fred and George, which he didn't really go into. I was never a big fan of their comedic duo thing.
I think they were just underdeveloped. But, you know, there are lots of other things that were kind of shortchanged as well. But
he did point out, and I did notice this a bit on my own before I saw the video, there's some creepy, pervy moments here.
A little bit.
Like with Rita Skeeter.
Not my favorite.
And although that was funny when he was like, I can touch you.
A little out of context, but yeah. I mean, the ball I thought was cringy.
Yeah, and I liked him trying to like translate the lyrics and do that little dance.
Yeah, yeah. But overall, decent film. I think it had a little something for every character.
The last two things I think really stick out with the review is him saying, yeah, the spectators couldn't watch the match, which was a good point to
The
make.
maze, that part of it.
That bit with the egg where he made it sound like he was swearing, that was probably my favorite
Yeah,
bit.
that was good.
And once again, just to wrap it up on, Robert Pattinson, who played Cedric. Years after this, he went into the other famous magical book series turned into a film, Twilight. And I think of the two franchises he was a part of, this is probably the one he looks back on the best.
Sure. I do think, for those second tier characters, I thought Cedric was probably one of the better acted second tier characters.
Yeah, he was a sympathetic guy, and Pattinson, he's got a legit likability to him.
He had some depth. A lot of the other second tier characters, you hear their name and they have a little moment and then
There's the pretty girl and the intense guy, and they barely get any dialogue.
Yes.
But yeah, a lot of fun, and around the Order of the Phoenix, he's still going through the short format, but you do see him kind of developing as he goes on.
Yeah.
And it's always fun to go. I know he's not fond of his earlier reviews, but
he looks so young.
Yeah, that little moppy hair.
Yeah.
But I like going back to them, and hope you enjoyed our reaction.
Yeah, it's always a good trip down memory lane for this beloved franchise.
Happy 20th to the Goblet of Fire.
All right, enjoy.